Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So we're gonna do something different tonight. I'm going to do this Let's Resin mushroom globe, but I'm gonna do it a little different. So I'm gonna do the mushrooms in purple. I'm gonna do the stems in blue. And let's see. We'll probably do the leaves in the green. So that's nothing new, right? I've done that before. But what we're going to do is we're going to put this spider thing in it. So I'm going to try and suspend it. I'm going to use the deep pour resin, and we are going to run it. We're going to put it in the Resiners new curing machine. And I'm going to set it for 4 hours, and we're going to see what it comes out like. So I'm going to try and attach this a little bit different this time using some hot glue. So I do have this heating up. I have a stick and I have this. We're going to cut it here in a little bit, but let me get some of the, and these are the chrome. These are the Let's Resin chrome powders. I will link them in the description below with my coupon code. So I just figured instead of doing the traditional, let's try and change it up. So I am just going to try to get the mushrooms painted. So I'm using this long round brush, and hopefully I'm able to get all of the mushroom covered. And then I'll have to clean. I know I'll have some cleanup, but, you know, that's to be expected. And some of these mushrooms are a little harder to reach, but the one thing I like about the chrome powder is it doesn't fly away like regular mica powders. So it kind of stays. Like, I've hit a couple of spots with my brush, but I'm not getting like a lot of the overspray. So we're just gonna, and I might have to grab a different brush. This one is pretty frayed because I've been using this one a lot. But I'm going to see if I can at least get these mushrooms done with this brush. But I'm like, well, why not do something a little different? And I've seen a lot of people use the curing machine, but I have not seen anybody do it in the deep pour resin. So we're going to do that tonight. I wanted to start this video earlier today, but I had to work on a candle like I had done the other day with the pool noodles. I had an order, so I had to get that finished. So I went and I got the rest of my flowers for my tree at the same time because I needed more flowers. I needed more flowers to finish mine in the back, so now that's finished. I got my order done, and I got all my flowers for my tree. And, oh, I got a mushroom missing right here. And I've got my lights, my purple lights ordered. Those should be here Tuesday. So my husband asked me, he's like, so when are you going to put it up? 1st of October? I'm like, no. As soon as I can get everything, I'm probably going to put it up. He's like, I should have known better. I said, you should have. All right, so let's just, so I'm just going to wipe over, over the top. And that way, when we get our green going in our leaves, hopefully we have no purple. And just move your finger. So I always try to start with either the darkest color or the hottest spot. To me, that is a little bit easier. And we have it all wiped out. So I'm just going to grab a little bit smaller round brush. Hopefully I can find one. All right. This one here is not frayed, so. All right, and let's see. Let me do, I guess we'll do the stems, and then we will do the leaves. At first I was gonna do the stems in silver, but last minute I changed my mind. Oh. So yeah, I got a little cleanup there. And hopefully if I miss any spots, we can fix it. So yeah, the order that I did, it came out a little bit different because they didn't have the exact same flowers. So they're still purple, but they're not as light. So hopefully she likes it. She's coming to pick it up tomorrow, so. And that's the only thing when you do, you know, custom pieces like that, there's always a chance that it's not going to be identical. I mean, it's not going to be identical anyways because, you know, just the placement of the flowers and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like resin. But I think it came out phenomenal. So usually if I'm happy with it, you know, that's one thing. If I'm not happy with it, then I would have started it over, but I really like the way it came out. If I remember, I will post a pic at the end of this video. All right, we've got one more stem. And then just the greenery. So I'm hoping this video isn't going to be too long for you guys. But, you know, when I say that, things happen, and yeah. So I don't guarantee short videos anymore. It is what it is, and yeah. And got this little stem right here. All right. And again, I'm just going to wipe over. And if some of the blue is still in the leaves, I'm not going to fret over it, because it will just give us a little bit of variation in our leaves. I mean, I'm going to try to get most of it out, but if not, I'm not going to stress over it, because it will just, I think it will add to the piece. All right. Oh. And then I will really blow hard in this, trying to get any loose powder out, because I'm pouring this clear. And I know from the last one I made, the red ran. So I am going to really try and really get that, any excess powder out of there. And I just got a little bit off my stem. Now, I thought about turning this inside out, but you still get a little bit of, you know, spray back, so, or fly back, whatever, however you want to call it. Okay. Just trying to get that top part, because the flowers, I'm going to try and do them sideways. All right. And then while my resin is mixing, I can, you know, kind of go over it again and just make sure that my, the top is completely cleaned. So I'm hoping this one comes out better than my first one. In the chrome powder, you don't have to back it in black, which is another reason I like the chrome powder. Especially for doing, you know, something like this where you want your globe to be clear, but you still want to have that, you know, color on there. And I kind of, last time I tried to put the leaves different colors. This time I'm just doing them all the same green. And we're almost done. And then we can get our a little stick and our little spider in there. I don't know why I'm like really into Halloween this year. I mean, I always like Halloween and we celebrate it. My mom passed away, let's see, 29 years ago, the day before Halloween. So Halloween was, up until I met my husband, was really like a bad time for me. And my husband and I decided that we were gonna make October, you know, a good month. So we ended up getting married in the beginning of October, but we try to go all out for Halloween to celebrate my mom. So, and this year, for some reason, I'm just really, really into getting things done. So, I don't know. And then, of course, once I get, you know, my tree and everything set up, I'm going to do the puking skeleton outside. I've got almost everything for that. The only thing I need is the spray foam, which I can get at a local hardware, and the dye to color the water. So, but I have everything else. I bought the skeleton. All right, so on one of these leaves, I'm going to have a blue leaf next to the green ones, but that's okay. That is okay. So I'm trying to think of some sort of a base that I could mount this to once it's done. So I guess once it comes out and I see kind of what it looks like, then I'll make a decision then. But that is our little globe. It looks pretty clean. Okay, so let me get some resin mixed up. And I cannot remember how much this takes. 13.4 ounces. So I'm gonna, I have the cups to measure it. First, let's get this situated. All right, so I want that to kind of go right there. So we're gonna cut that there. And I'm gonna put some hot glue right there. And I'll probably have to build it up a little bit. Oops. Okay. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put some hot glue on the mold to set my stick on. So hopefully then the stick won't stick into the resin. Now I probably should have done this first. Good nummy. Because I gotta let that cool. All right, I'm gonna let that finish setting up. I'll get some resin mixed, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'll turn my fan on and kind of blow it to get it to cool down so that we can get that cooled a little bit quicker. So I will be back. I have plenty of time with the resin anyways, so I'll get that mixed up. I'll be back, and then we'll finish adhering that to this. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I ended up mixing up 400 ml of resin. It's 2 to 1, so I did do the 2A to 1B because it's the Bond Craftor. And as I'm mixing, I'm like, crap, this is not maybe gonna work because I'm putting it in the curing machine, but the heat only does go up to 140. So now I tried peeling it off and it's like really stuck on there good. So I guess I'm just gonna go with it and we're just gonna see what happens. All right, so I do want to build the sides up a little bit. All right. Got a few little stringy bits in there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit over I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. I'm trying it. So I'm hoping that this is going to help from that stick wanting to pop up. But like I said, I'm putting it in the curing machine, so I really don't know. So we could have, you know, a big old mess by the time this is done. And it is, it's almost 9 o'clock, but I usually don't go to bed, you know, that early. So I'm hoping that I can come and check it at like the 4-hour mark. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So about 1. And I do want to make sure, oh yeah, see, this isn't going to work because that already popped up. Crap. Okay. Think quick, Michelle, think quick. What are we going to do here? Well, first, let me make sure this will fit in here. Yeah. All right, so it fits right there without touching anything. So I did run my resin through the debubbler. Let's see. What? Oh, 'cause I don't want this floating. That, for sure, I don't want that happening. Oh well, let's get our resin, get it poured, and I will see. And I have to bend some of these so that it won't be touching the bottom. And that's wanting to poke it up. Let's see if I do that. All right, I guess I'm gonna go to plan B. So, because I don't want this to float. I'm gonna use that quick glue and see. Okay, that I think is gonna work better. So let me get my super glue and the spray. All right. I think I'll be safer doing this. I just sprayed the spray on the stick, and then I'm going to put this, and we're going to stick it down, and then I will give it another spritz. Oh, crap. So if I've got to sand the bottom, that is fine. I will sand the bottom. There we go. Because it's a flat base, I think that's why I was having a hard time getting it to stick. Because this stuff works amazing, guys. But I've been getting, now I'm getting all the stuff off of my, off of my flour in my clean mold here. Just because I've had it in and out so many dang times. All right. Get that situated. And we're going to get this in like that. Make sure my cover will go on. Okay. Oh, plug it in. So I'm going to do this for 4 hours is the max. And 149, I believe, is the highest temperature. So I've got my resin and I got it debubbled. And all right, let's hope and pray I don't get all kinds of black speckeries from my biter. Because if we could get the deep pour resin to cure in 4, even 6 hours, that would be phenomenal. And I can see there are some bubbles on my spider. So that doesn't look like it's going to float. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes. I don't want my stick touching the resin. So I'm going to probably pour it a little shy instead of doming. So I'm kind of looking sideways. All right, so that doesn't look like it's touching the resin, guys. Oh my gosh, this might actually work. And I pretty much, I have a drop. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to fret about that. Okay. Oh. All right. Because I have got some Hallmark movies to catch up on. Yay, it fits. Okay. So I'm going to set it for the 4 hours on tall. So it's on tall. So I'm going to up the time to 4 hours. Oh. And the temperature to the max, which is 149. So that's as high as it goes. And 4 hours is the length of time that it will go. So It is, say, 9 o'clock right now at night. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. So I will come down probably 1:20, because I think the cool cycle runs for 20 minutes. I think. So I'm going to come down and we're going to check. So yeah, I might be sleeping in tomorrow. I might be up late tonight. Because like I said, I wanted to do this earlier today, but I had to run and go get flowers and get that order done. So, and then I was like, well, I might as well finish supper. Oh, and I had bought these. I could have clipped these on there, but it looks like it's gonna stay, and it doesn't look like the resin is touching the stick. So the worst I'll have to do is sand that little middle, which will be fine. And then I could always do like a top coat on the bottom if I have to. Alrighty guys, I will see you in about, for me, 4 hours, for you in just a minute. Okay guys, the timer says 19 minutes left. So before I decided to fall asleep, I wanted to come down and check it. It is now 12:38 a.m. So guys, it's hard. It is hard. This is gonna be game changer. So I did want to check on it before I decided to fall asleep. So I'm gonna let it continue the 19 minutes. I'm gonna let it go into the cool down cycle. And then in the morning, I will come in, we'll demold it. But it looks like everything stayed in place. It looks amazing from what I can see. So you know, in order to give this a proper review of the deep pour at 4 hours, I needed to check it before, you know, I didn't just want to go to sleep and have it be cured in the morning, because then I wouldn't know. So this way here, I know, say 3.5 hours, it's cured. So we'll let it go the 4, we'll let it cool down, and in the morning, we're going to demold this, and hopefully we have something fantastic to look at. So that's the update, guys. I will see you in just a minute. Okay, guys, so let's get this out and see what we've got. All right, so let's break our little stick off. Yay! So I'm just gonna cut that right down like that. Guys, this is like game changer, being able to use the deep resin and get it cured in 4 hours. Wow. Come on. Oh my word. OMG, guys. Look at that. So those are not micro bubbles. They're the glitter that was off of the spider and the leaves. But that is so cool. We did have a little bit of runoff with our colors, but like that one came out good. The rest came out a little light. So let me grab my the metallic ones work better for this because it's, let's see. Let's do this purple one. I don't know. I just think these markers work better. There is one bubble right there. And I just don't know if this is going to be dark enough. We will see. But it kind of gives that spooky, eerie, you know, with a spider in there. It's like deep in the forest and hard telling what's going on in there. So I'm going to do the mushroom caps with this. And then I will probably use one of my oil paint pens for the leaves. But then again, they kind of look creepy. I don't know. I kind of like it. Oh, we got a bubble on this mushroom as well. So what I probably should have done was poured like the resin, get the mushrooms all coated, and then, you know, continued on. And I don't even think I even sprayed with alcohol. I don't even remember if I did or not. So that was on me. But guys, this is amazing. You know what? I think I'm going to leave the leaves. I think it kind of looks eerie looking and mysterious and yeah. So I will take, let me see, what color polka dots. I mean, I could do white, but let's do, since, you know, we're going kind of spooky, let's do the black dots on the top. Yeah, the black is definitely the way to go. Let me kind of zoom in here. So I'm just basically tapping those little spots, our little indentions. I got to cut that bottom. It is sharp because I didn't dome it, because I didn't want it to stick to my stick. I should have just finished this last night, because after I went up to bed, I still couldn't sleep. All I kept doing is thinking about this. So, yeah. Note to self. There we go. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I was going to do some other things to it, but I don't think I'm going to, because that looks like massive creepy in there. That looks like deep in the forest, and that big ass spider is just coming and gonna get somebody. All right, let me trim some of this here. All right. Definitely. And this is less than 24 hours. This is deep pour resin, guys. And I'm actually able to trim the bottom. So, yeah, if you don't have the Resiners new G3 curing machine, you really, really need to get one, because it is amazing. The reason that I don't do a lot of deep pours is because it just takes too long. And I don't have like a spot where I can let it sit for a couple days, because then I can't do anything else. You know what I mean? So this way, I mean, other than like a big mold, but you know, stuff like this, we can definitely get cured. You can see the black leaves and the little twigs behind the thing. So yeah. Alrighty, guys, I will get some close-up pics of this, and I will see you on the next one. I am still blown away. Now, it looks like yellow, but it's not. Let me put like a white paper towel behind it here. So yeah, I guess it is. The colors did run like a little bit, but I think that gives a little bit of eeriness to it. You know, because like you can see the red that, the pink that stained my mold. But that came out so stinking cute. And I just realized I missed a little mushroom right here. So yeah, it's not the traditional mushroom jar, but you know, hey, it worked. It is kind of cute, kind of creepy. All right, so I'll just put a few. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye. I'm back. So I had that little bit of resin left in the cup, right, that we use, and I purposely left it so that normally this would be the stage that we would kind of be at. It's getting thick and goopy, but it's not ready yet. Versus it being, you know, completely cured. So that's what the resin would have been like. So yeah, I just wanted to come back and show you guys that. And now I got resin on me. Get that wiped off. Okay, now I will see you on the next video.